All right, those aren't just any old flatware. It is an idea that has been 2.5 years in the making. Kyle Donovan is on the cutting edge of cutlery with his latest creation called the iFork. We sat down with the entrepreneur to see how the idea came to reality in this week's I Am Hampton Roads.
First, let me see, the I is for intelligently designed. Everybody always asks me why iFork. I always thought it was unintelligent that our forks, knives, and spoons laid flush on the surface. Then one day, I'm actually at a restaurant. I actually happen to be in Miami, sitting outside, a beautiful day. And my fork is laying flush on the surface, and my knife is laying flush on the surface. And a beautiful bird comes and sits on my table. And my first thought is like, oh, that's so cute. Then I was like, this table must be disgusting. I don't want my utensils sitting on this table. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something about this. And I started out in designing the iFork to rise above the surface and to keep the part that goes into our mouths from coming in contact with surfaces. But the other cool thing is, in reverse, if you've ever been making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or butter in your bread and then you sit your utensils down on the surface and now your surface is dirty. So it also in reverse helps to keep your surfaces clean. It's actually the iFork line of flatware. So it's the fork, the knife, the spoon, and even the spork. Everybody does say, why didn't I think of that? And I think it's a problem that, that everybody can relate to. We've all been there. Another thing, when I heat up my food from the previous day in the microwave, I'm sitting there holding my fork and I can't put it down because it's gonna dirty up my table or I have to find a napkin. So now with the iFork, I can sit my fork down, let my food heat up, then go back and get it and enjoy my meal. My first thought after this was fully developed was, okay, what's next? And then I figured out, how can I make the cup and plate better? So following up with this will be the iPlate and the iCup as well. So I actually moved to Norfolk, Virginia when I was 9 years old after my grandmother passed in New York, and moved here with my paternal grandmother who raised me. And I went to elementary school here, and also a Rosemount Middle School. You have to keep moving forward no matter what when you have an idea and a vision. I would actually like to give some advice, if it's along the invention road, to try to learn to do patents yourself. I spent the most money on patents, quite a lot of money, and at some point the cost got so extreme that I downloaded a book called Patent It Yourself. And so I was able to do all my design patents after spending a large sum on the first set of designs. So we created a cool set where you can they nest inside of one another. So for the first time, you can actually create cool display settings. So, you know, do something a little different, unique. I mean, to my knowledge, you know, the fork, the knife, the spoon has been the same forever. And this is the first time that it's actually different and, in my humble opinion, intelligently designed. Another really cool feature that, you know, it took me a long time to develop, the fork, if you try to knock it over, it actually comes back. Now, it might seem like something that's so simple, but it took me a year just to figure it out, you know, how to make it go, and if somebody just, you know, toss it a little bit to make it stable. I love to create, so it was great to create it. And then the other cool part is, you know, I'm not there yet, but it'll be great to, you know, look up, I guess, from my era, it was Webster Dictionary, and know that I created a word, iFork, you know, that didn't exist before. And hopefully soon, you know, to be in every household, that it'll become a common thing, that somebody will walk into a restaurant and be like, why is my fork touching the table? Where's the iFork? I really want to make this part of culture. You know, the iCup, the iFork, the iPlate, to be part of culture, American culture. Go after your dreams, you know, whatever it may be. You know, I've been an entrepreneur since I was actually 17 years old. Actually started my business because I found out someone I was training was making more money than I was, 25 cents more, and that started me on the path to start my own business. And no matter what it is, whether it's a fork, whether it's a spoon, no matter what it is, just go after your dream. You only come this way once, and go for it. I'm the inventor of the iFork line of flatware. My name is Kyle Donovan, and I am Hampton Roads.
Such a really cool idea. We have a display here, and as you mentioned, it comes in the plasticware and it also comes in the stainless steel. Kyle's iFork flatware line will be carried soon in 500 Walmart stores later this year, and ShopRite also picked up his line. You can also get the flatware in plastic or stainless steel, like I just mentioned, and his website is www.ifork.com. He also has a Facebook page, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled. Also, he mentioned it in the story, for the iCup and the iPlate, perfect for your home family barbecue. And I'm telling you, this is such a classic idea, and like he says, it's one of those, why didn't I think of that?